Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Landry, the receiver, in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Carr. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Landry now in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And here's the 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. 7-7, our score after 1. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Eckler, they run left side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Pierce. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Again, it's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Quietly, it seems, Murray just keeps getting opportunities and making the most of them. Last season's came in Baltimore as the Ravens were struggling with injuries. Murray went over 500 yards for the 7th straight season and is one of the leading career rushers among active players.
They'll send Landry in motion right. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll just get rid of it. Now the the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now a give running left is Eckler, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Play fake, Mills. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mills. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Dameon Pierce is such a fun guy to watch as a runner. He can make a guy miss 1 second and then power through a defender the next. Never had a 100-yard game while at Florida, but I expect more than a handful here in the NFL.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. He'll buy some time right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Raiders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 17, Carr. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They go play action. Mills. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out right at the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 38, Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Carr. That goes out wide to Murray. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Malik Collins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land. ...100 yards or more in a game.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mills looking to throw it. Steps away. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing his car. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. A handoff, it's Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Once more, here's Eckler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty